Hello everybody and welcome back to Far Cry 4 Part 12. Um, since the last part, I have done a whole lot, and that lot is pretty much getting all this map, as you can clearly see. Um, Essentially everything but Utkarsh here. I've gotten all the bases and everything pretty much. Um, So I only need one more letter here, and besides that, I mean, there's still like stuff around here at the bases that I haven't done yet. So yeah, I need one more letter, which is this letter here, and then this final journal, which we aren't going to be able to get this until um, we get to the end of the game. So. We're not going to be able to do that quite yet, but we have a bunch of stuff that we can do, and so that's what we're going to do. So I've taken taken certain stuff off here. I've taken off the masks just because I don't really care about them at this point, but we are going to turn the loot stuff back on. And I also now have a bunch of other stuff. So let me go ahead and fill up my ammo and sell off that stuff. Let's make sure that we're full up on everything. And so now I basically spent all the rest of what I was doing, getting a bunch of other stuff, including 3 new guns that we're using. So the autocross, this is the pistol that I've been using. It fires the little bolts and shit. It's a little crossbow. It's completely silenced. So yeah, this is definitely the first thing that that we're going to be using now that we're here in this area. The second is the Bushman. So I did spend time pretty much getting up to level 10 in the arena so that we could get the Bushman as well. But the real winner of the day is this. The Buzzsaw. So the Buzzsaw is... Well, let me show you. The Buzzsaw is pretty much death incarnate. This gun is... as you can see, it holds a lot of rounds. It fires extremely quickly. It actually does have a sight, but it also reloads really quickly. This is pretty much the ultimate gun in this game. I don't know why anybody would not want to use this. This gun essentially destroys everything in its path. Heavy enemies don't last pretty much nothing. No animal, no person, no vehicle, including helicopters, will be able to survive the wrath that is the Buzzsaw. So, what we're going to do, as you can see, I have 16 skills, and I have gotten all of these now. So, essentially, we just need to get Truth and Justice and Payback, and then we'll have all the skills. I have pretty much everything here in terms of crafting except for the explosives bag, and like I said, we have pretty much all of these. Once we get the last lost letter, we will, which we're going to get on the way to the next Shangri-La, we will read all of those as well. We'll read them all in order. So, the first thing that we're going to do, however, is we're going to come down here, and we're going to do this DLC mission, this Yak mission. So that's what we're gonna. That's the first thing that we're gonna do. What the fuck was that? Alright, so we're gonna fly out. We're going to do the Yak mission here. Since this is a DLC mission, it just kind of shows up on the map. We're gonna go do this first, and then we will go and hit up Yogi and Reggie. We're just gonna do all the side mission quests first and everything. Sabal will pretty much be the last thing that we go and do if we make it to him in this part today. My helicopter's kind of floating away a little bit.
You're Ajay. I knew your family years ago. I've been up the road and back. I get all the weapons on my farm. But the soldiers are coming to raid the farm. You have to stop them. We can't lose all those weapons.
Alright, fair enough. That's what happens when you hit my helicopter. I will destroy you. Alright, so we're going to go reach the Sherpa because we're going back to the Himalayas. This guy's just talking to himself. Alright, to the Himalayas we go. Alright, so Yak Farm. We need to destroy the fuel truck. Eliminated. Also eliminated. Ooh, that was a 2-for-1 there. Exactly what I wanted. Now this guy's freaking out because there's now dead bodies by him. Goodbye. See you later. Au revoir. Well, you know, we could have gone up here and around to this, like, you know, the grapple. Uh-oh. We'll just go ahead and take his body as well. Stop the convoy? Oh, well, that's going to be super easy. Oh, I think it means, like, get down there and stop the convoy. Alright, so we'll chase these guys down. Well, there we go. As I said, no match. No match for me. Especially when you have the buzzsaw. Alright, so, let's see here. Oh. Okay, I don't know what that was, but this chest should be up here then. Might as well go down the ladder so that we don't... Who's the weapon stashes? How about you fuck off? You wanna start too? Okay. Fine. Okay, the second one. The third one's probably up here. Yep. Defend them.
Ajay, soldiers are heading your way. Don't let them near those weapons.
Alright. Goodbye. Goodbye. Who the fuck? Goodbye. reload real fast.
Farm's safe.
Good work. I'm sending someone to get you out.
I mean, you just make quick work of everything with this gun. I mean,
It took us years to collect all those weapons. It'll go a long way in rebuilding Kyrat.
where the hell is my fucking chopper? What have you done with it, you asshole?
Hello, Ajay.
Alright, so now that we've done that, we can fast travel back to our homestead. And, my... won't matter, but let's go ahead and sell all that. It's really the LMG that you have to care about at this point when you have the buzzsaw, because that thing just chews through ammo. I need yellow and blue for those. Do I have some yellow and blues? This is a yellow. Alright, so we'll go up to Yogi and Reggie here. And we'll go on another trip, shall we?
Come on! Breathe! Stand back, AJ! I know what I'm doing!
Do you?
Jeez! Did it work? Just gave you CPR, what do you think?
Alright, then. You have a go then.
No, me? No. It's AJ's turn.
Oh, right. It is.
Don't worry, AJ. I've got a good feeling about this badge.
Yeah, it's called the Hubbly Bubbly.
Things are much better down where it's wetter.
I'm gonna regret this, won't I? You're not gonna stab me with something?
Oh, fuck. Right, can't forget that.
Don't worry, we know CPR.
Yeah.
Ugh. Alright. We have awoken, and there's water. Hubbly bubbly. AJ, Reggie took a bit too much of this one himself. He's currently curled up on the floor muttering about that one-armed trombone player and cows. All I can say is good luck, feller. Sure you'll be lovely jubbly. We'll be waiting with all your guns, and that as per, Yogi. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, and we have gun. Naked and screaming. Watch out for the trucks.
Comes from afar, seeking answers.
Oh. Is there a crate out back as well? Customs officer. That's from Yuma. Well, alright, get my stuff back. I believe the nature of our arrangement was that you'd secure any Kalanag related artifacts making their way to the Jalandu temple. I haven't been doing that. How do you know? Because I keep finding Kalanag related relics in Jalandu. I can only conclude that you didn't understand me. That is why I've taken your wife, to act as my new translator to avoid any future misunderstandings. I hope I've made myself clear. Yuma. It's on the side of the house? Yep. Alright. Well, there we go. We've made our way back into here. And everything here is good. So, now we essentially need to... Well, we have a Longinus mission here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll fast travel here. Does it actually have a path up? So of course it doesn't. I thought I just killed that man. Like, now what? Dude, you weren't going to be able to take that bear on your own. Are you serious? Did you really think that was what was going to happen? He's like, I'm just going to run up here and I'm going to just kill this bear. That guy wouldn't have lasted 5 seconds. That bear was charging him. All he has is an AK. You want to kill a bear, you get a buzzsaw. Alright, there we go. Sherpa camp. Jesus. A bear attacked them. They got attacked by a bear while fighting enemies. It's really funny. Alright, well, let's talk to Longinus.
I'm ready for more.
And the Lord said, who shall I send? And you answered, saying, I am here, send me. Your devotion pleases me greatly, but it pleases the Lord even more. Another lost sheep has been located. You know what to do.
Find him, follow him, get the diamonds and bring him back.
From the mouth of babes. You have ordained strength to still the enemy and become the Avenger.
What verse is that?
The word of God does not always come in the form of chapter and verse. Where did you go?
Alright, well. Reach the vantage point. Oh shit, I thought I almost just wiped that eagle out. Alright, let's get off that before we... This fucker just sent me to my death. Alright. Back to tailing the smugglers. Oh my god, that guy just plowed through a bunch of dudes. Alright, so we'll follow this guy this way. Oh no, whatever shall I do? See, I just came and ruined these guys' entire day. I mean, there's a sniper up here that I shot. None of it was fun for him.
terrify you!
Well, they did that to themselves. Most of it, anyway. All they had to do was just let me take the diamonds. Such a small room, too, to just, like, open fire. There we go. Oh, they better not fuck up my helicopter. Escape, that should be no problem. Let's go ahead and reload real quick, just in case.
All clear.
Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, grab this guy. Take blood diamonds to the drop point. Go. Alright, so we have another launch this mission, and I think that should be the last one? Yeah. And that will actually get us the rocket launcher.
Looks like Amita's winning the Golden Path popularity contest. And you guys, I could have gone that one. I saw it coming. Honestly, what's Sabal offering? Let's break it down. Same shit, different day, just ancient rituals for Hopi religions. Now, what is Amita offering on the other hand? She's offering the real goods. I'm talking about cold, hard cash. And cash, my friends, is king. And I'm not talking about just a few rupees here and there. I'm talking about Tony Montana levels of cash. And drugs. Oh, there's going to be so many drugs, you guys. It's going to be a party.
Alright. Grab that treasure there. There's another one. Apparently in the tent. Probably in the cutscene, which...
And the Lord said, who shall I sing? And I said, I am here. Send me.
Well, just why are you upset?
I come from a land of death and misery. And I stood with the devil for so long. This one wanted travel documents to take his family someplace safe. And this one wanted malaria medicine for his sick child, and he tried to kill me for it. I cannot blame him. No! There is still work to do. We are not finished. You know what you must do. And
Yeah.
I know
Yeah, I do.
I must do. Ephesians 5:18. Do not get drunk with wine, for this is debauchery. But be filled with the Spirit.
Alright. Longinus has lost it. Completely lost it. A final penance. Okay, well. Reach the vantage point. They're approaching from where? They're gonna load up in the truck. I think that's what they're doing. Okay. Alright, let me get my helicopter a little bit closer. I didn't want him to blow up my chopper. Just land right here. There we go. Search that guy. Down there. There's like a chest over here somewhere, right? Maybe it's underground. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. And there's the diamonds. Right. Give the diamond or eliminate everyone. Alright, might want to heal. There we go. Get that. Turn the blood diamonds to Longinus. Alright, there we go.
AJ, so good to see you.
You going somewhere?
It is finished. My work here is done, and now the Lord is calling me elsewhere.
Where to?
South America, I think. Or perhaps Cuba. There are still
Cuba?
many sins for me to atone for. Thank you, AJ.
Oh, can we see
Thank
Longinus
you
in Far
for
Cry
showing me
6?
that there are still true believers willing to do righteous work. It is a debt that will not be forgotten. I have left you something as a token of my gratitude.
Man, that would be cool.
16 verse 15. And he said unto them, go forth into the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole of creation. Go forth now, AJ, and preach your own sermons.
Okay. Oh man, it would be so cool to see him in Far Cry 6. Alright, yeah, so now we have this this rocket launcher, which is just fucking crazy. If you're looking for a really badass like rocket launcher that you want to use, he's definitely the guy. Oh shit. Yep, here it is. Okay, so we've helped out Longinus. Let's see here. So now let's go ahead and fly over to here, where this lost letter is, so we can pick that up and then do the Shangri-La mission.
So it looks like Sabal is winning the Golden Path popularity contest. And I am genuinely surprised to hear this. I thought Amita had it locked down with her vision of a drug-fueled influx of gas. Sabal, on the other hand, is offering traditional values. And what has religion ever done for this country? Rhetorical question. Right? Religion doesn't build roads. Actually, it does if you have slaves. But thus way, we should build a pyramid, you guys. That's it. We win this war.
There's a convoy right here.
Enslave everyone who supports Pagan Min. Bam! We are the new eighth wonder in the world. Talk about all the new tourism that comes here to see the pyramids. I'm sure we have some human rights violations, but who cares? I'm okay with that.
we might as well take advantage of having this chopper before we end up losing it somewhere. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to fly up there. I don't really know.
You're listening to Radio Free Kyrat, and you know what? Rabbi Ray Rana is feeling good. I feel change in the air, you guys. I'm talking about Barack Obama type of change. You know what it smells like? It smells like home. Oh yeah, it smells like bacon. In fact, I think somebody's cooking bacon right now.
Yeah, this is where we'll end up at the end of the game. This is where we started, I believe.
Hey, Toto, तो bacon बना रहे हो? अरे देख लीजिए आप। मेरे लिए भी बनाओ भाई। हाँ, ठीक है. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna have to wrap this up because change is coming. Bacon time.
People fighting down there. It's pretty high up. I don't know if we're going to be able to reach it with the chopper. But we can always look for a way around.
Rabbi Ray Rana here, and I am speaking to you, Pagan Min. Are you listening to me? Sala Benchor, Wada Chod Kutta Kamina. How does it feel to know that you failed? Huh? And I'm not just saying that because I'm broadcasting from an undisclosed location where you can't find me. No. I'm saying this because everyone feels this way. Everyone knows that we're coming for you and you are going to fucking lose. How does it feel to know that karma's a bitch and payback is coming? I can't wait to see you brought down. The time has come and the time is now.
Alright, so it's like way up here. Let's see here. So it kind of looks like there's a path that kind of leads up through here. Well, that's gone. Alright, yeah. So we have a path up here. We should be able to finally get this final letter. Now, this letter tells a story of an adventurer. It's actually pretty interesting. Alright, let's get the autocross out. Oh. Whew. Oh, just barely. It's a little sketchy sometimes. I'm telling you, some of the places up here, they're like super sketchy like that. Alright, so this cave here. God. Oh god. Okay, so there we go. There's a health kit up here. And the final letter. There we go. Alright, so in the letters, let's go to letters here. So this is conversations between Charlotte and Robert. So from Charlotte, June 1819. Robert, at the time of this writing, I imagine you still at sea, having set sail for Kyrat. Please write as soon as you can. Despite the unyielding waves of nausea, I still wish to know you've arrived safely with your limbs intact. Eternally yours, Charlotte. From Robert, June of 1819. Dear Charlotte, you have been foremost of my thoughts since we set sail. Have the horrible morning miseries subsided, promise me that you'll call on the doctor. Surely they can be cured through the application of medicine or leeches. The relentless heat here, a few steps will render me soaked in sweat, has made for an unfortunate introduction to the breathtakingly beautiful region of Kyrat. I'm training the local Gurkha brigade, or rather they are training me. Clearly my highly qualified superiors of the East India Company overlooked their skill, both with the blade, which they call the kukri, and the rifle. I may inform the company as such and hasten my return to you. The local culture is intoxicating. You would be overwhelmed by the colors and design of their garments and tapestries. I hope to understand their meanings more fully. I miss you greatly and eagerly await your words. Love, Lieutenant Robert F. Barclay. East India Trading Company Army, June 29th, 1819. From Charlotte, in July. Robert, you have left me slightly confused. Were you concerned when you agreed to leave your freshly married wife and set sail for Kyrat, or was it when it dawned upon you that you left an unborn child in your wake? How odd, in our courtship you described the marriage as a covenant, one that continued until death. I realize the danger in which I have placed myself should someone intercept this letter and read such inflammatory correspondence, but I already feel as abandoned as one might be in prison. The misery has not subsided, nor has the pestering of your mother. Perhaps you could write her and explain that if I need care, I will ask. My words fall on deaf ears. I have an urge to follow Lady Godiva, ride an all natural on horseback until someone listens to my pleas for some time to myself. Though I'm not sure that would be healthy for the boy. Yes, I've decided our child is a boy. His name will be Thomas. Do be careful with your child, so your child might meet his father. Sincerely, Charlotte B. Mother, July 20th. Robert in August. From Robert in August. My dear Charlotte, our marriage is indeed the most sacred covenant. I realize the miseries of your condition will tempt you to forget or act in accusatory ways, but remember, my love, to look forward to the benefits this trip will affect for our growing family. I do not seek your pity, but last night an attempt was made on my life. One of the locals insulted after I spat out an overly spiced food he gave me. Thankfully, one of the Gurkhas came to my rescue. In an instant, my assailant lay slain on the floor. I thanked him in his native tongue. I am beginning to pick up small tokens of the language and often hear them talking the local myths. I cannot distinguish them fully, but I am inching closer to understanding. I count the days until I return and help you welcome our son to the world. All my love, Robert. P.S. While I adore Thomas, as it's your father's name, I've always admired the name George myself. From Charlotte in August. Robert, do not be so foolish as to get yourself killed. I hope the thought of Thomas without a father to shepherd him through his life is enough to encourage you to be more careful. I must admit I bear some regret at the harshness of my last letter. To be with child and alone in such a large house bears down on the mind. Perhaps you should be accompanied by this Gurkha at all times, at least until you're familiar with the local customs. Thomas kicked again today. It brings me joy to feel his life stirring. He is much like his father, allergic to keeping in one spot for long, a curiosity that will no doubt run him afoul of foolhardy circumstances. That being said, I am curious as to the local myths you speak of. It would be a welcome break from Bible study. I look forward to your response, Charlotte. P.S. Unless you want our child to be a reckless, womanizing charlatan, King George is out of the question. Would you like to add a 4 as well? My father's name should suit him just fine. From Robert in September. Dear Charlotte, you are as clairvoyant as you are witty. The Gurkha who saved me, he is called Nandi, has been by my side. He comes and goes with the grace of a cat, but appears whenever there is need. He is taking me to the monumental statues of Kira, the sleeping saints, as the locals call them, tomorrow. They are carved from the earth, built over 300 years ago, to honor the first being created by Banashur, god of gods. Kira, in her search for enlightenment, journeyed all over Kyrat, deep into its secret places. When she finally achieved nirvana, her spirit crashed out of her skull to the sound of a bell and created a paradise called Shangri-La. Fantastic, isn't it, Charlotte? I wish I could feel the lively kicks of our son, but this journey will provide him footsteps worthy of following. All my love, Robert. P.S. I was thinking of my Uncle George, not our former king, who, carnal sins aside, was still appointed by powers greater than we and worthy of our respect. From Charlotte, October. My dear Robert, this Kira sounds fascinating. Certainly rubbish, but a good tale. A Karate's imagination is truly a wonder. Promise that you'll take notes of the fantastic things you see. I care not for truth. Entertainment is far more important. Yet you must be careful. I am happy to hear a local's accompanying you, but his eagerness is suspicious. Can Nandi be trusted? Forgive my suspicions. I debated whether to tell you, but I had an awful dream last night. I was alone in a dark forest. I had just given birth to our child, but he was stillborn. I clutched him, crying, when a man appeared before me. He was painted white with a terrifying golden mask. He took our child from my arms. I followed him into a flowing river of bloody red. He went straight into the water for our child, disappearing into its depths. All I could do was scream. What is odd is I was not screaming for Thomas. I was screaming for you. I have not been able to sleep since. Please tread carefully, my love. Charlotte. Robert in November. Dearest Charlotte, events have taken a turn and I am packing my bags. I must follow the fantastic imagination of the Kyratis into what I am convinced is reality. Dearest, your last letter convinced me. They say that while the goddess Kyrat sought enlightenment in the Himalayas, she grew frustrated at her lack of progress. She spun a prayer wheel in anger, pricking her fingers, bleeding. She washed her hands in the river, and all the water her eyes could see turned a deep red, a reminder of her impatience. I'm sure you realize the similarities to your dream. It can only mean Shangri-La is calling me. Can you imagine? A paradise with a different set of laws where myths become an undeniable truth? Nandi is taking me to an old priest in the mountain who will know more. The Gurkhas don't need me. Take care, Charlotte. If need be, see the Swaddles. Henry Swaddle is odd, but an excellent midwife and will be a great comfort to your condition. All my love, Robert. Charlotte, November. Robert, I must question the wisdom of the sudden decision to run off to the wilderness with a man you know little about, and, as I have previously expressed, is rather suspicious, even if he did save your life. You've read too much into my dream. The midwife Swaddle says night terrors are normal for a woman in my stage of pregnancy. Why, just last night I dreamt of I delivered dear Thomas, but when I went to bring him to my breast, he had the face of a white tiger. Naturally, this is absurd. Please don't go conflating it with your purpose in that confounded country. If the Gurkhas do not need you, come home. Thomas and myself are your reality, Robert. You must set sail as soon as possible. I look forward to hearing from you and your plans to return. Charlotte. P.S. I hope you're not experimenting with mind-altering substances over there. I know you indulged in your fair share of opium as a youth, but you swore those days were behind you when you were married. From Robert in December. My dear Charlotte, my only opium has been intoxicating revelations from High Priest Kabir. It took us several days to find him in the mountains, but it looked as if he was expecting our arrival. His assistant, Rajpreet, translated, but when I asked about Shangri-La, she refused. She must have thought I was unworthy. Can you believe it? Only when I offered my entire purse was I invited inside. I was taken to a chamber to see the Thonka. It was only one piece. There are 4 others, but he only allowed me to see one. I took a one look and felt a flash of white, and became a warrior in Kyrat, but thousands of years ago I met a tiger of the purest white I've seen. Your prophecy was foretold. The river flowed red just as you saw. Everywhere I saw horrible men with masks. I found a giant bell chained to the ground. I smashed the chain and it rang, waking me in a cold sweat. I must rest. Guru Kabir has promised to show me the second Thonka tomorrow. Take care, my love, Robert. From Charlotte in January. Robert, are you back on that wicked pipe, or sick for some terrible fever? I fear you may have been seduced by the evil Nandi with extravagant tales. Robert, surely you should recognize that if a man calls himself priest but then demands your entire purse for entry into his cult, he is a false prophet. No true servant of God would demand money for knowledge. Only agents of evil seize upon the impressionable and weak and extort them for all their worth. Oh, Robert, I don't know what to believe. It is not enough that I have to go through this pregnancy alone, but that my husband would seem to be losing his very mind in the process. I've been quite sick of late, and I'm tired of this pregnancy as I'm weary with worry. You know I love you and only want the best for us all. If need be, I am prepared to write your superiors in order to get you the help you need and are brought home safely. I pray this is a cruel game and that you've bought passage aboard the next ship, Charlotte. From Robert in January so now, of course, like we said, we're in 1820 now. So basically, Robert has gone down the rabbit hole of Shangri-La. From Robert in January. This is no game. I have seen Shangri-La. It is more than real. It is extraordinary. Guru Kabir brought me to the second Thonka, a world where gravity was a plaything and water flowed up instead of down. These bells, the bells of my enlightenment, are chained. I must save them, free them from the Rakshana, a winged demon in control of Shangri-La, turning it to evil. Who knows what he'll devour next? Shangri-La, Kyrat, England, none of us are safe. Only the sound of their ring can purge the land of wickedness. Kalanag will be the first to destroy it. The tiger knows this truth just as well as I. I will not waste time with threats. I am doing this for the good of the family. Guru Kabir told me that those who have not seen the Thonka will never understand. If you dare mention one word of to the colonel, I promise you will not see a dime of my earnings. Who will they believe, myself or a pregnant housewife? I'd rather our child starve than be deterred from my mission. Robert Barclay. So yeah, this is the point basically where now Robert has completely kind of changed. He's become so enveloped in this myth of Shangri-La that he's like, you tell the colonel you won't get any money from me. Fuck my kid. I have to save the world. That's basically what he was all about. Robert, from Charlotte, February. Robert, how dare you threaten the well-being of your... By the way, notice that their greetings get less and less nice. Like, take care, my love. You know, all my love. All my love. I look forward to your response. All my love. Sincerely. And now it's just, like, you know, Charlotte, Robert. Charlotte, Robert. Charlotte, you know. How dare you threaten the well-being of your son? Take your money from me if you like. Waste it on that detestable guru as blasphemous drawings, but don't even think of impoverishing Thomas in the name of the grotesque game you're playing. Do Thomas and I occupy any space in your heart, or is it totally consumed by this kebab, or kaburb, or whatever his name is? We took vows, Robert. Do you remember? I do. Despite the vicious tone of your last letter, I still love you. But any person with an ounce of common sense would believe me, pregnant housewife and all, over your outlandish ramblings regarding tigers and bells and demons poised to take over England. You've fallen prey to a dark mysticism, Robert. I beg you, again, come home, or at least return to camp. If the stories are true as you say, tell the colonel. There is no need to hide. Write me as soon as you receive this. I am truly afraid for you, Robert. I need to know you are all right. Charlotte. From Robert, in March. There is no need for me to hide. I only see truth. Charlotte, I flew today. I stepped into a tunnel of wind that carried me high into the air and left me there. I saw 1,000 miles in every direction, past and future, strewn before me like an endless painting. The wonders of the Thonkas are never ending. No surprise they are hard to find. I would hunt the ends of the earth to experience their truth. The envy in my heart for the birds that cut through the air with abandon. It twists my stomach into knots. The freedom, the exhilaration, the complete detachment to all worldly things. Worldly things, I wonder if that's the answer to my enlightenment. You, Charlotte, are a worldly thing, are you not? I broke the chains of another bell. The Rakshana is hurt by each ring, but flies closer with every step I take. As Kalanag, I have the power to stop it. These letters are my only connection to this world. The Guru says there will be a time when I do not need them anymore, but not yet. Robert. From Charlotte in March. Robert, I am compelled to remind you that your name is Robert and not Kalanag. I also see no need to hide. I have written your superiors and informed them of your escapades. I feel I should also tell you that I have already received a response in which they inform me you are guilty of desertion and, should you be found, are to be shot on sight. Do you have any idea of the shame you've brought on myself and your son? Your son who was born last night after hours of worldly labor on my part. If it were not for the midwife's swaddle, I think I should have died. Not of pain, but for lack of loving encouragement and support. It breaks my heart to know that when our dear Thomas opened his eyes, you were not there to look back at him. You are still my husband, Robert. Come home. We will find a way to deal with your charge of desertion, as serious as the offense is. Thomas is crying now and in need of feeding. Robert, please rest yourself from these evil demons and come home. Charlotte. From Robert in April. Death means little to me. To face the Rakshana, one must be fearless, unyielding, and yes, prepared to meet Banashore, the creator. My enlightenment will come only once this winged demon is finally put to rest. Guru Kabir allowed me to gaze on the beauty of the fourth Thonka today. I saved the most beautiful elephant with the tiger. We destroyed the hundreds of masked men that threaten us, our life, our Thomas. I rode across a bridge of leaves that guided me to the next bell. Its ring brought much pain to the Rakshana, but he is not dead. He awaits me at the top of the spire. I must return. The Guru and Rajpreet say I am not ready for this final Thonka, that I must wait. His words are always rich with meaning, his wisdom endless. I would love to say that it brings me joy to hear the news of Thomas's birth, that it would be the correct thing to say now, wouldn't it? But truth is all that matters to me now, and the truth, I dare not share it. Robert. Let me see here. Alright, so from Charlotte in May. Right? Yeah. Robert, I wish the thought of impending death meant something to you. I received another correspondence from the Colonel. A search party has been sent, not for your safe recovery and return home, but for your treason and the security of knowledge which you hold regarding the Gurkha forces. I've written back and tried my best to convince him of your madness, that you are sick and only deserted under heavy influence, but I fear my letter will arrive too late. Tell me, Robert, how will you pursue these drawings if you are lying in the middle of Kyrat with a bullet in your head? I see you no longer care, but Thomas is healthy and growing quickly. Swaddle has been very attentive since the birth, and Thomas coos with excitement whenever he is here. Tomorrow I will talk with our father to see if there is anything that can be done to save your soul. After that, I will have exhausted all resources in order to bring you home. Charlotte. From Robert in June. Let them search day and night. The man they knew is gone. Know that my actions are not for myself or the Guru or for the child you call my son. They are for something greater. For balance. Shangri-La is not some faraway place. It is within me, and within you. Once I defeat the Rakshana, I will spread this enlightenment across this cracked globe. Only then will you understand what Shangri-La means for all of humankind. Guru Kabir said it is time to face the Rakshana and embrace my enlightenment, to let go of everything that has held me back thus far. I am journeying to the spire, what some call the tiger's nest. This is my last letter. A true karate warrior cannot waste his time with such idle things. I have trained for this moment. And you have dreamt of it. You are no longer my distraction. The Tiger Protector is the only family I need. I wish you peace. I wish that your child find his own truth and earn his title. So say I, Kalanag, keeper of his name, last of his line. So yeah, as you can see, basically by this time now, Robert has just essentially detached all from reality and has become Kalanag. And has just abandoned his family completely. And Charlotte's just like, well, there's nothing I can do now. Dearest Robert, despite all that has so Charlotte in June, despite all that has transpired, I harbor no ill will and regret not one moment we spent together. While no soul is beyond redemption, it is clear the man I knew is gone. In showing our correspondence to Father, he agrees, and considering the state of events, has granted me an annulment for our marriage. In a fortnight, I will be joined to the midwife Swaddle. He is good, honest, and Thomas loves him dearly. I know in my heart your suffering will end soon. The best of you lives in Thomas, and for that I will always be grateful. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, and yet my writing is starting to blur before me. Goodbye, Robert. Even though we are now separate, I will not stop praying for your soul. All my love, Charlotte. So she left him. She just was like, you know what? I'm going to marry the midwife now. From Robert in July. So many months, Charlotte. I am here. Rakshana is dead and gone. They're all gone. Alone, but I am here. Kalanag is dead. I have nothing. Please, I have nothing. The Thonka has all of it for me. It took it all. I don't know more than that. Poor Swaddle, poor Thomas. I'll see you. I'm coming. Robert is coming. Thomas is mine. Tell me Robert is coming. He will see you soon. Do not wait. I'm leaving. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I will write. Shangri-La is here. It is here. I will bring it with me for you. I'm scared, Charlotte. I need Charlotte. Please, Charlotte, for Robert. Kalanag is dead. Find me. Kyrat will wait. I will wait. So, yeah, essentially, it's very interesting. These lost letters that we have in this is, you know, the story of a man who goes and, you know, wants to find, you know, like, wants to experience, you know, like, I mean, I was in the middle of talking before I was so rudely interrupted. It's very interesting to watch this idea of this, you know, this guy who, you know, he wanted to experience, Shangri-La, or he wanted to experience, Kyrat, and then learns about Shangri-La, and it kind of just becomes his whole focus. It just becomes everything that he's, like, you know, thinking about, and he's completely consumed with it. Well, least the helicopter's still good. Alright, so, speaking of Shangri-La, we actually have the next Thonka over here. So we will go over here and do this. And I think that might be probably it for what we end up for this part. I mean, I would assume it's probably in here. Hopefully, because I'm not able to get out now. Alright. And there we go. And so here is the third one. Back into Shangri-La we go. Now you remember we had learned about the elephant, which is exactly what we're going to be doing now.
घंटियों को बांधने वाला राक्षसा शंग्रीला को एक बेहद ऊंचे शिखर से देखता था। जैसे जैसे हम राक्षसा के नजदीक जा रहे थे, दुनिया उतनी ही अजीब और विकृत होती जा रही थी।
Oh God!
मैं शंग्रीला की अंधेरे से रक्षा करने के लिए आतुर था।
We go. Saved him. Hooray! All right, so now we can ride on him. Good. My tiger is on fire. Spin the money wheel. Where's this fucking asshole that's shooting my elephant? Fuck you. Why can't I ride him now? What the hell? Well, see, this shit's like so glitchy, it's just ridiculous. Alright. Now they appear. Oh, there he is! Woo! There we go, I can ride the elephant. That's the trophy for killing a certain amount of people with the elephant. See y'all later. Jeez, there he goes. Wow. Alright, well, thank you for that. I don't know why I got off. Up we go. Cut it, quickly! And there's Kalinag. I mean, Rakashana. I'm Kalinag. Chasing after Rakashana. Back in the house. So there we go. Now we have 4 of the 5. All right. Well, yeah, I think we will end it there, and we'll yeah, we can also customize it as well. Let's go ahead and do that. We only need the GL94 now. We can put the L-cam sight on it. I mean, that's pretty cool. Alright. So, yeah. So in terms of everything that we need to do, let me just check the ammo real quick, make sure it's completely full up. Of course, handgun for some reason. It literally said I didn't need the ammo. Are you full now, or what? See, it still says that I don't have. Why am I, like, out of all of that? Why is my ammo just disappearing for everything? It's ridiculous. What? I never even used flares. Why are they fucking missing? What the hell? Alright, so in terms of everything, what we're going to do next time is when we return, we have the other Thonka, which is over here, which is what we'll do. We'll finish that. We have this Herc mission that we'll do as well, and continue helping him until it's done. We also will then continue helping Sabal here until we get to Yuma. We'll be able to get Yuma's fortress. Utkarsh is another place that we'll end up getting. I'll probably end up doing some more of this stuff off of camera, of course, all these things, the assassinations and stuff. And then once we get Pagan Min and everything, we will end up getting his base. The end of the game is where we started, which is here. We'll be able to end up getting this journal. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be what we do on the next time. So I guess we'll just see how much we can do. I don't know how many more missions there are for Herc since it's not in the progress. We also have another Yogi and Reggie mission that will pop up sometime or another. I'm not really sure when, but yeah. So we're pretty much getting close. So, all right. Well, that's going to be that, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care and goodbye.